brings us the 44 of Robert Sears. Our contingency partners in the Dare stock include Wild Fang Cards, Jeff Ramsey Carpentry, New England Racing Fuel, Sunoco. Lights are off from the safety vehicle at the point. It'll dive to the center of the infield on the starter stand. Mike Helberg, the green is out, and they are 3 wide as they head to the bottom of turn 1.
And it didn't take Chuck Harrison long to make things exciting, maybe a little too exciting, because we call off that start. A false alarm, and we will regroup. 3 wide on before they get to the start-finish line is not the way you're told to start a race.
It certainly isn't bad. The point standings going into tonight's event, Zach Robinson is your current point leader, up by 20 over defending series champion Johnny Walker. Michael Hopkins is 3rd, Vince Gambacorta is 4th, and George Bissett rounds out the top 5. Picture perfect start that time, bottom of turn number 1, and car number 99, the black automobile for Chuck Harrison. Waste no time at all.
Cirillo in trouble in turn 2. He fires it back up. We stay under green, and it's a huge lead carved open by Chuck Harrison. Trying to track him down will be the 16 of Nicole Chambrello.
They are 3 wide coming off the turn. Nicole moves into the 2nd spot, but Vince Gambacorta shows why he is a contender in the point standings. He makes his magic from the outside now to the inside. Gambacorta puts the pedal to the metal, bottom of turn 3, and who's the tail that wags the dog there, Matt? All of a sudden it's Hopkins, showing why he's been on the podium this season already.
And the winner the last time we were here, Johnny Walker, explodes into the number 4 position. So Nicole Chambrello dropped from 2nd to 5th, and now she's trying to hold back Chris Bagnall, who goes to the inside of the 16 car, looking to invade the top 5.
Makes his presence known. Blue automobile challenges to the inside. They swing to the right, swing to the left. All of a sudden, Bagnall will pick up the next position on the racetrack. His car 77 will now move into the top 5. Where is Zach Robinson? Well, he's coming through traffic like the old hot knife through butter. He moves to the inside of Chambrello. Car number 14 has made its presence known and now sets within the comfort zone among the 6 cars. 3 laps and counting.
And the drum major with the parade for those first 3 laps have been Chuck Harrison in car number 99. And closing the gap, Vince Gambacorta, the yellow, comes out. Trouble in turn number 4, taking a detour into Mother Nature. 2nd in just 3 laps.
Certainly has, and never count out the talents of our defending champion, Johnny Walker. Started back in the 10th position. Zach Robinson in the 12th spot. And of course, Zach is running on behalf of his grandfather, Leo Adams, who we said before. Unfortunately, Leo, who is a pit steward here in the paddock area, a little bit under the weather. Hopefully he'll be back with us for next Friday evening. Field is doubled up in rows of 2, set to go back. Car number 99 on the inside of Chuck Harrison has been the dominant car so far, but Matt, I think he called it best. Vince Gambacorta said he's had a good race car, and he's showing the potential of that race car in this event, and there's a long way to go with 4 now into the record books.
And it's Harrison who gets a jump on the restart, beating everybody into the first turn. Gambacorta surrounding him, fighting him, and making it 3 wide, Mike Hopkins.
Mike Hopkins is a man with a mission. He told me at the entrance to the paddock area today, he has been waiting for an opportunity to win one here at Stafford. He gets in the long lane, gets shuffled back just a bit off the turn. Vince Gambacorta, white, blue, and orange, numeral number 23, is now the leader of the pack. And right there with him comes Walker. He runs in his tire tracks, and all of a sudden, we have a talk about Zach Robinson, Matt. There he is, challenging to move to the podium outside turn 3.
Yeah, he is able to rocket his way to the outside. Harrison is pulling it off of the top end. That car gets a little wiggly. It looks like a slinky coming off of turn number 3. He is able to keep it together, and hounding his back bumper is Zach Robinson.
And along with Robinson, here comes the mad dog, the little pup. They call him George Bissett Jr., another graduate, bid for the lead. Down into turn number 3, Walker pulls off the inside slingshot move. Brand new leader emerges, it's Walker, but the battle for 3rd is the hottest spot of the racetrack, and 5 cars are running for the same real estate there.
Right now, Michael Hopkins has control at 3rd, but here comes Zach Robinson trying to steady his way underneath the 70 car. He has the leverage This is where Zach Robinson has been known to do his best work on the backstretch, and he pulled it off right there. The jitterbug his way into the top three.
There's no question about it. Zach Robinson is looking for a title. He leads the points going into tonight's event. Up on the podium in the third spot. Hopkins runs in his tire tracks. Vince Gambacorta steps out of line to try to challenge Walker. It just doesn't work. And here comes George Bissett Jr. He's all over the 77 car of Chris Bagnell. That's the battle for fifth.
Yeah, George Jr. can carve his initials into the back bumper of that number 77 car as they swing off the corner. George Bissett's car usually comes to him during the last 5 laps of the race, and that's about where we're at right now. The leader of the freight train is Johnny Walker, looking for his second consecutive win. But here comes Zach Robinson to the outside. Robinson might have the fastest bullet in the chamber.
Certainly is. He'll look to the inside. They touch coming off the turn. Rub a little paint, swap a little paint. Robinson goes around. Vince Gambacorta. They come together like cymbals of an orchestra, but the noise is not the noise they wanted to make. As car number 14, the Whelen Modified Tour, and the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. Hey, if you'd like to relive the excitement of racing action here at the Stafford Motor Speedway, you may do so by purchasing a race video of any of the events held here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. Just go onto our website, click on the SMS Race DVD link, and make the move with your mouse over the store link on the homepage. And videos are just $20 for the first feature and $10 for every additional feature event. Lights are off on the pace car at the point. Matt Butler is ready with the call. 5 circuits remaining in feature event number 1. These are the dare stocks.
In this restart could decide the outcome of the feature. Walker on the inside, but holding his own. Mike Hopkins, car number 78, and Hopkins is actually going to beat him into turn 2.
They are wheel-to-wheel and side-by-side. Walker, the defending champ, guards the inside lane, and just as Matt called it before, George Bissett Jr. is coming to the front of the class. He's on a podium. That's that orange and white number 39. Very familiar combination. His dad had a lot of victories with that paint scheme and number in the Lasco machine. 3 cars, top 3, making top 5, making 6 cars, nose to tail. And Zach Robinson's coming to the front. He's working his magic. He's now at the bottom of the top 10.
And he is trying to get underneath Trace Spire, and it looks like he is on the verge of doing that. George Bissett has a lot of patience for a 14-year-old driver. 3 laps remaining. In the spotlight is Johnny Walker, but not far away is Mike Hopkins. And I think George Bissett Jr., he might have saved his fastest laps for the end of the race.
He is smooth and consistent every time he hits his marks. Watch him reel in on the back bumper of Hopkins. About the same margin from first and second to second and third. The Dunleavy's number 1 is your leader. Running in that runner-up spot is Hopkins, who's in search of a victory here, and he is very, very strong here tonight in the leading to unlock machine, followed by the Lasco Roofing number 39 of George Bissett Jr.
This could be a very lucrative points night for Johnny Walker as he could narrow the gap that separates him from Zach Robinson. White flag is out. Could this be coronation time for Walker? Michael Hopkins still in contention, even though he went wide in the first turn.
Down the back straightaway, final visit to turn number 3. Watkins, the defending champion. Here comes Hopkins. He winds it up tight. Hopkins reels him in. Off turn number 4. Walker off the turn, down to the line. Walker will take down the victory. Hopkins in for second. The set will be in for third. Walker in the winner's circle. Jimmy?
When you look at the driver of the number 01, standing tall on Betty, the Wicked Whitster takes a checkered flag here Friday night at Stafford. Take me through that last lap.
Oh, that last lap was crazy. The whole race was crazy. It was a matter of just keeping your nose clean and slow and steady. There was, I got to thank Hopkins for running me clean. It was some great door-to-door racing. I love racing here. I got a few people to thank. Give me a second here. I got to thank Garrett's Drywall and Carpentry. He's the one that got us the new tires, and that's what I think brought us to the front tonight. Dunleavy's Truck and Trailer Repair. Big shout out to Safe Coat, Spray Foam. They've been helping me out, making sure to start. Marquis Landscaping. Ran out of the team for the huge horsepower. Ferrari transmission. My mom, crew, Small Fry, Jeff Ramsey, Napa, Stafford Speedway, my Turn 4 crew, Kickback Motorsports, Race ACT, think I got everyone.
That's great. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 01 Johnny Wicker Walker.
Back.
Second spot this evening in the Dare Stock feature goes to Michael Hopkins. Mike, an amazing run. You just about had him. How close? What did it take for? What do you feel like you needed just to get up and touch him?
Well, first of all, we had a great clean race. Thanks to the 01 for a clean race. I appreciate that. I ran him real good there. I was tight, nothing I could do on the outside, but we tried our best. I'd like to thank Stafford Speedway first and foremost. They put on a great show every week. We have a couple sponsors here, Jeff Ramsey Carpentry, Paradiso Insurance. My sponsors, Leading to Unlock, KO, thank you so much for your support. Thank you, and O'Sullivan Wealthy, I couldn't do it without you guys. Appreciate it.
Great. How about that? A round of applause for second place finisher Mike Hopkins. Coming in third place tonight, it's George Bissett Jr. George Bissett Jr., that's right. How you doing? How was the flight tonight for you?
Man, the car was so tough, really good.
Fans here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. While they're line up for the feature event, 13 cars strong, 20 laps is the distance, is starting at the point. It is car number 59, the Clement Motorsports car from Weathersfield, Connecticut, for Matt Clement.
Then it will be car number 87, a driver who comes from Willington, in the Tri-City Fire Protection car, R.J. Serdell.
Jet Motorsports car number 11 out of East Hartford, Connecticut, for Tyler Trott.
Then car number 12 from East Long Meadow in the Safeco Foam sponsored machine. Here is Alexandra Fern.
Colchester, Connecticut, CP Motorsports, Florida Connection, number 28, for Brian Narducci.
American City Bearing brings us car number 04, driven by Al Saunders.
Safeco Foams brings us the number 92, defending champion. That, of course, is the Ryan Fern machine, if not the defending champion's counterpart, we'll call that. We are green and racing, and they are literally 3 wide in the middle of the pack.
And Matt Clement is being hounded by R.J. Serdell, so it's like a pair of twin pops going through turn number 4, and Serdell making a move on the outside, but Clement is able to hold him off.
Clement guards the spot to the bottom of the racetrack, up the hill, and now challenging, moving in after a violent crash. The last time out is number 12 of Alexandra Fern. She makes her presence known, nipping at the heels. As she runs at the 3rd spot and runs the bottom line. They got bumblers off the turn, back to the stripe. the Safeco number 12 machine right there on the inside. Matthew's got a dogfight battle for seconds.
Is Alexander trying to screech her way into second, and she completes a move against R.J. Sodell, who is stuck on the outside. He is going to get a challenge from Albert Saunders, car number 04, and Saunders is able to boogie his way into the top 20. The drum major of the parade continues to be Matt Clement.
No question about it. Clement's got a car that's working at the point, but Saunders moves the American Sleep Bearings car onto the podium in third, down the back straightaway. The 87 gets bounced around as Robert Sardell's car comes to a screeching halt underneath the Coors Light billboard just to the left of the scoreboard. Stafford Motor Speedway, through the efforts of people like Tom Fox, the officials, Scott Tapley, and the rest of the gangs, that they work with the competitors to try to make them better at what they do, and the natural process of advancing here at Stafford is just that, a natural process, and it is an amazing, as this is one of the most competitive short tracks in the country. If you're enjoying tonight's presentation, don't forget to be back for next Friday night's program here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. But right now, feature number 2 is getting revved up. Here they come off turn number 4. Green is out, and all of a sudden, Clement's car develops what Matt calls as a caffeine twitch, but it's followed by the yellow chaser, which means no good on the initial restart. And that will put things back together again in rows of 2. We talked about next Friday night. Remember, the Wild Thing Karts Senior Outlaws will be joining us with fireworks in the air and fireworks on the racetrack as well. Plus all the NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series divisions. Best entertainment value around $17.50 for an adult ticket. Here they come. We're back to green.
And a much better start this time for Clement, but look at Alexander Fern. She loves the outside terrain here at Stafford, but right now she's on the verge of losing second to Albert Saunders.
The Saunders twins know how to get the job done, and usually they don't run this hard early in the event. They are one of the competitors that comes on strong in the closing laps, but that's not the story tonight, as the American Sleeve Bearing, number 04 for Albert Saunders, has muscled its way into second, and second just isn't good enough. Bottom shot move. They swap a little paint off the turn and down the back straightaway. Clements is still the leader of the pack. Saunders rib rides to the inside. Here they come, Matt, back to the stripe. Lap number 5's got a brand new leader.
And the biggest stick of dynamite is Albert Saunders in car number 04. Here comes Alexandra looking more comfortable tonight on the inside, and she is able to dart past Clement to get into second. Keep an eye on Robert Bloxham, car number 33, as he is going to barrel his way into the top 3.
And while all that's been happening, Jeremy Lavoie, who started this event in the 10th spot, the current point leader, is coming to the front with the skill of a surgeon. He literally is making some noise on the inside. He'll now try to challenge Bloxham for the number 3 spot. Right behind him, Ryan Fern, that number 92 car. Clement is there, and we haven't even talked about Provost. He's a closer, and he is now among the top 8 cars.
We're going to talk about Dwayne now as he got by that number 59 of Clement, and now he is attacking the back bumper of the Ryan Fern car. So we have quite a battle for third place.
Narducci goes spinning, center of turns 1 and 2, and that's going to bring out a caution.
Alex Grab, it is going to be quite a race next Friday. If you've never seen the Wild Thing Karts in action, come on out on Friday night and take in the Senior Outlaws. You will be amazed at how exciting those cars are.
Well, Matt, it looks like we've got the pace car pulling away from the field. Whelen Engineering lights are off as the car dives to the center of pit road. Here's the green. They rumble back to the line. Saunders has a little more oomph and takes the number 1 spot away, but the battle is for second. Lavoie, who had a tough night a few weeks back, in practice he hit it a ton. They never gave up, came back. He's the point leader, but that margin has been disappearing, and he told me earlier tonight in the paddock area he wanted to do something about that, and Matty's showing us what he wanted to do.
He has leverage against Alexander Fern in the fight for second, and stomping his way into second is Jeremy Lavoie, and that car is usually pretty quick at the end of races. So Lavoie is in pretty good shape right now in car number 6. Ryan Fern trying to go underneath Robert Bloxham. That's for the top four.
He makes a bid for it down low on the inside. Then it is the other Saunders twin, Cliff Saunders, with the number 4 car, all over and challenging Provost with the number 88 machine. Provost has been in the winner's circle on many an occasion. He sits back within that striking area among the top 6 cars. Ryan Fern, yellow and blue car with the familiar number 92 on it, makes its presence known to the inside, crosses back over. Now he looks twice at it again. Matt, turn 1.
He's trying to machete his way. Underneath blocks him. Got a quarter of the way there, then has to drop back. Maybe the brightest blip on the radar screen right now is Cliff Saunders in car number 4. He was very quiet for the first half of the race, but he is making a ruckus right now.
Less than 9 circuits remain of this event. Saunders has been the dominant force up front. Fastest car on the racetrack is Jeremy Lavoie, 21.787. 21.787. Speed in excess of 85 miles per hour. Off turn number 4. Down to the line they come. Mike Helberg going to start his stand, as Lavoie is closing up the gap ever so slightly. But look at Ryan Fern. He is literally trying everything, high, low, to get around blocks up, and he just hasn't been able to find what we'll call it the sweet spot to be able to pick up the position.
And he is running out of time because we are down to the final 7 laps as Albert Saunders crosses the line. Let's see what Fern can do. Right now, it looks like he still has plenty of race car left, but he might need it to hold off Cliff Saunders, who is coming on strongly in car number 4.
Certainly is. He continues to apply the pressure. All of a sudden, Provost is right there, nipping at his heels. 13 of 20 circuits remaining. This is the limited late model division, brought to you by 32 Signs, Mr. Reuter Plumbing, and New England Racing Fuel Sunoco.
And Fern might finally have the elbow room he was looking for, as once again, he got about a quarter of the way underneath Bloxham and then had to drop back. And Bloxham now is about to attack the back bumper of the Alexander Fern car. So stuck in the middle of Fern Island is Bloxham with Alexander in front of him, and Ryan is behind him.
Certainly is, and there's about 2.5 miles left in the competition here. Jeremy Lavoie is still the fastest car on the racetrack. Even though he sets in second, he is turning quicker laps than the leader, which is the American sleeve-bearing car, a man that knows how to get around this racetrack in this division, and that, of course, is Albert Saunders.
And he's trying to nail down his second win of the season. Battle for third. Here comes Ryan Fern to Alexander Fern to the outside. Bloxham is on the inside. And for the first time tonight, Robert Bloxham has a top 3 car.
Now it's a battle among, well, bragging rights among the Fern family, because brother and sister go toe-to-toe as they come off turn number 4. Then it's Cliff Saunders and Provost, who's just looking for some space to find some magic and get to the front of the class. Back up front, hot spot on the racetrack is still third. The leader's got the field covered. There's the popsicle sticks from Mike Helberg. 1 mile left in the competition here.
And the winner of the Fern family feud for the time being is Ryan, because Alexander drops back about 3 spots, but Albert Saunders has not taken a backward step all night, as he is leading by a utility pole over Jeremy Lavoie. So as they whisk their way off of turn number 4 and address the white flag, it is joyride time for Albert Saunders.
On the last circuit, Albert Saunders picks up the times to a 22.095 as he leads them down the back straightaway. Speed in excess of 85 miles an hour down into turn number 3. White flag has already been given as he comes off turn number 4. A familiar sight, the American sleeve-bearing green number 04 for Albert Saunders to take down the win. Dwayne Provost for second. And squeaking into that number 3 position, John Gates.
It's all right. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate.
Yeah, thanks. I've been kind of disappointed with how the year's been going, because I thought we had a car that's capable of winning every race and hadn't won yet. But like always, Barry got the car perfect again for tonight, and it was really good we were able to get the win. So thanks to American Sleeve Bearing, Buckager Race Chassis, Rad Auto Machine, Rob Davis, BA Museo, Johnson Memorial Hospital. I got to thank Stafford Speedway and everybody here, and thank the team and especially Barry for all the hard work.
Albert, once again, a good run, and certainly congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Albert Saunders, limited late model feature winner. Let's talk to our second place finisher, Jeremy Lavoie. Come on over here, Jeremy. Boy, I tell you what, you were coming out strong there towards the end. Number 6 car was rocking tonight.
Yeah, this car's been on rails past 3 weeks. We put it in second the week before. We had a couple rainouts, but ended up putting it in second and second again tonight. I gotta give it to the Saunders twins. These guys come out with good competitive cars every week. I really had nothing for them. Coming from 10th to second, that was a chore in its own. I gotta thank my sponsors, Aspen Hill Farm, Silcar Corporation, and Jeans Ford and Chevy. They've been behind me 150%. I gotta thank my crew, my father, my aunt, my uncle, and my sister for putting up with us in the garage every night of the week. But they wrench, they come over every night, and it shows. We bring a good piece, and it's a good family opportunity for all of them to come together and do something that we love to do.
There he is, number 6, Jeremy Lavoie, second place. Limited late models. Let's talk to our third place finisher, Robert Bloxham, the third. Robert, good run, man. Kind of coming on strong there late. Congratulations, third place.
Thank you. It was a good race. Of course, the Ferns were driving pretty hard as usual. They were fun to race. All respect to them. Last week we raced, which was a few weeks ago, thanks to the rainouts. My car was completely wrecked in the front end, so we got that fixed for the weekend, but it rained out obviously, and to be honest, I didn't know what it was going to do with all the new stuff on the front end, and as you can see, it worked out pretty nicely with 4 new tires, and special thanks to Bob, as usual. He's always around to help, whether it's a cheeseburger or fuel. Thanks to Barry for the first 2 years. He really helped us and guided us and gave us some good instruction, and now we really do have a hang of these thanks to him. And thanks to my dad and mom. Without them, couldn't be here in third place.
Awesome run, man. Third place, car number 33, Robert Bloxham, the third in our limited late model main event, back up to the tower.
I want to remind everybody that... Brings us to number 31 from Wilbraham, Mass. It is Glenn Ream.
And it will be the defending champion in car number 92. He's from East Longmeadow in the Safeco Foam sponsored race car. Here is Tom Fern.
DMW Graphics brings us to 42 out of Northford, Connecticut. The point leader, Michael Ray.
And this driver is second in points in car number 23 from Ellington in the Rafferty fine grading car. Kevin Gambacorda.
Don's Home Improvement brings us to 69. Matt Vasser from Plantsville, Connecticut.
And in car number 39, Paul Verrecchio Jr. in the Nashville Drive car.
Coming back to the competition, Erasable Images Power Washing, number 99 from Oakdale, Connecticut, it is Chase Cook. Green is out from the starter's stand. Chris Cabato moves in at the helm into the bottom of turn number 1. Rich Hammond, the independent runner, is at the point, but not for long. Here comes Wayne Corey Jr. with that red-white number 10 car, muscling his way up to second. Paul LaRue is in there to challenge. They are 3 wide and stacked up as they work their magic on 4.
And losing control is Wayne Corey. He is all over the track and finally comes into a rest up against the wall as that car looked like it was having convulsions down the front straightaway. Now, if you want to check out our replays, we tell you replays are on the big screen. They are also on Twitter Live. So you can watch all our replays right in the comfort of your own seat. Just sit back and relax, and we will bring the replays to you via Twitter.
That's right. And if you're down in the Midway area, you're down at the concession stands, there are monitors that are lit up with the instant replays located there as well. Lights from Wheeler Engineering are off. The pace car dives to the center of the infield. 1 lap of 30 now complete. And Hammond was the first leader, and he continues to set the pace. But just as Matt called it, Josh Wood is trying to really put his A game on the workout. Glenn Reed pulls off a slingshot move that was amazing to take over the lead as he'll come back to the line. And who's the tail that wags the dog now? It looks like Michael Ray, car number 42, the point leader.
Wood had his A game. Glenn Reed had every letter of the alphabet as he was able to stampede his way into the lead. Fight for second is won by Michael Ray. Now we're going to have a battle for third between the hammer, Rich Hammond, and Gamba Corder. Gamba Corder is able to swoop to the inside and take over the number 3 spot.
He certainly is. The Rafferty Fine grading machine is making its presence known now up on the podium. Meanwhile, Wood's car slips back a little further in the field. 85 miles per hour. Michael Ray, 21.331 was the fastest lap turned among the first 3. Back off turn number 4. Still the leader of the pack remains Glenn Reed, who's done just about everything here at Stafford, looks to get into the winner's circle in the Alpine Tree Company, number 31, setting a blistering pace to the point. Tommy Fern now at the bottom of the top 5 is battling with Hammond, and Michael Bennett has come to life. He'll be among the top 6.
As Bennett was able to get through the same opening that Fern did, so there is a Tommy Fern sighting. He is in the top 5 trying to track down Josh Wood in the battle for 4th. Fern said 2 weeks ago there were no caution flags, and that hurt his chances for a win because he says he loves the restarts here at Stafford. That's when he does a lot of his damage.
Certainly does. Meanwhile, things start to settle in just a bit. Fern has brought his A game. Once he picked up that spot, he has closed up the gap. It was about 3 car lengths just 1 lap ago between him and the 4th place car, which is Josh Wood. Fern reels him in like a Tom and Jerry cartoon, little cat and mouse action, as he comes off turn number 4, as Wood finds himself being hunted down by the keyboard bus lines machine, and Michael Bennett is not far behind with the Alpine Tree Company number 16 car.
Chase Cook started at the rear of the field. He has moved up to 9th in his debut. Here comes Fern. Power move underneath Wood. He is even coming out of turn number 4. They are welded together, crazy glued together. A slight advantage for Josh Wood.
And who's going to move in to make it a 3-car battle? It is the white number 16, the Alpine Tree Company car of Michael Bennett. Saw the same opening that Tommy Fern made. Bennett will slingshot into the top 5 positions here, forcing Wood back to the 6th spot. Meanwhile, out in front, still setting a blistering pace, fastest car on the racetrack, Glenn Reed, 85 miles per hour, 21.268 on the last circuit by. Things still starting to get settled in that for 3rd, 4th, and the 5th spot. And now throw Wood back into it in position number 6.
Yeah, he had that momentary lapse, and now he is back to his old self, running in the number 6 position, trying to corral the 16 of Michael Bennett. We have a battle deeper in the field for 9th and 10th between Chase Cook and Tyler Leary. Here is Leary, and he is able to laser beam his way into the top 9.
There's no question about it. Leary, who usually is very strong, is now just kind of letting the car just settle in just a bit. He's having a tough go of it in the first half of his 30-lap event. 11 circuits now complete. Glenn Reen started 7th, second leader of the event. 42 of Michael Ray started in the 9th spot and currently runs in the runner-up position. Then Cam McCorda, who's been very strong this season, started in the 10th position. He currently sets in the 3rd spot. Fern is trying to shake off Michael Bennett and Josh Wood, and he seems to have just enough giddy-up to be able to do just that.
The thing to remember about Kevin Gambacorta, who is currently running 3rd, he is better in the second half of the races.
Absolutely.
So we have yet to see the best of Kevin Gambacorta in car number 23. And a guy who is having a great run, Michael Ray, remember he was a winner the last time out, and he is keeping Glenn Reen honest. Reen looking for his second career victory in a late model.
Certainly has, and he seems to have the A game in play for this evening's presentation. His laps do not fall off. He is still the fastest car on the racetrack, 21.363. Meanwhile, look a little further back as they approach the halfway marker. When they cross the stripe, Reen still leads him at the halfway. Ray's still in second. Gambacorta is 3rd. Fern is in the 4th spot, and Bennett rounds out the top 5.
At that time, Ray got a little quicker, 21.3, as opposed to Glenn Reen's 21.4. So Ray could be gaining on Reen during the second half of this race. Gambacorta is safe 3rd, and the battle, the sparks are flying between Tommy Fern in the 92, Michael Bennett in the 16, and they have had a few memorable battles over the last couple of years.
There's no question about it. They continue to run almost the same exact times between Fern, Bennett, and Wood, lap after lap. But Glenn Reen, he's got a rocket, and it's showing 17 of 30 laps. The leader is the Alpine Tree Company number 31 machine for veteran Glenn Reen. Michael Ray, that point leader, he's running not only for the win, but he's running to maintain that point lead, and I think he's doing a pretty good job now.
And he is still breathing down the tailpipe of Glenn Reen, as Glenn Reen never drove a late model car until the tail end of last season. It didn't take him long to learn the ropes. Battle intensifies for 4th and 5th. Tommy Fern is getting all he can handle from Michael Bennett, and Bennett looking for an opening down low, and Fern isn't giving him any breathing room at all.
You remember you talked earlier about how Tom Fern loves to have the restarts. He says you can pick up the most positions on the racetrack with a restart. I think Michael Bennett is looking for the same thing, but I don't think they're going to see it because we are now 20 laps in when they cross the stripe with 10 circuits remaining. 5 miles left in the competition here, and Glenn Reen has been out in front. And really, Ray is closing it up ever so slightly. Last time by, Reen turned to 5.19, and Michael Ray turned to 4.54, which was the fastest car on the racetrack on lap number 20.
And that 21.5 by Reen was his slowest lap of the race so far. Let's see what he clipped this time. Better, 21.4. So Reen isn't losing anything in that number 31 car.
And if you look back at Tommy Fern, he turned to 5.65, and Bennett turned to 6.06. So they're maintaining about the same laps as well and the same times for those laps. Off the turn, Reen still the leader of the pack. Further back in the field, Rich Hammond is starting to work over Josh Wood. Now, Wood started 5th of the field, was up and contending for the lead earlier, and then all of a sudden, now he's off the pace just a bit, and he is struggling to make some magic to get back into the top 5 positions.
Yeah, Josh Wood did not good for the first 3 laps, and he has had these difficulties. Running 9th is Paul LaRue, running 8th, and 9th is Tyler Leary, and Case Cook riding out our top 10, but it is still Glenn Reen at the front of the leaderboard. Let's see what kind of lap he has put together as he is able to whirlwind his way off the corner. It is a 21.43, so he is about a half a second faster than Michael Ray.
It almost appears like he's toying with the competition, because whenever he wants to, he seems to be able to pick it up just enough to be not only the contender, but be the leader and starting to pull away. This time, when they come back, the high 5 from Chris Scampato, 5 circuits remaining, and Glenn Reen is still the fastest car on the racetrack.
And every
Trouble
time he
off turn number number 4, Rich Hammond, tags the wall, and here is the caution that some were hoping for.
Sober or gets pulled over. Make the right choice, and the only choice. Arrive alive.
Josh Wood immediately came down on pit road. This was definitely not a scheduled pit stop. They put in a round of wedge on the number 17 car, and they're going to send it back out. That's the Rad Auto machine-powered car. And then the Hammond car, which was the car that brought out the caution. The right front, they're working on the suspension and the tires there as well. Let's set the field for you. 25 of 30 now complete. 2 leaders so far. Leader is Glenn Reen, the Alpine Tree Company car, setting in the number 1 spot. Michael Ray, currently the point leader, setting in second. Ray in the DMW graphics machine. Then we go back to row number 2. Kevin Gambacorta, the Rafferty Fine Grading car. Safeco, King Ward 92, Tommy Fern, defending champion in the 4th spot. Michael Bennett, the Magnum, sitting behind the wheel of another one of those Alpine Tree Company cars. And outside of him is Paul Arute with that number 82 car. Paul Arute, of course, in the Supreme Industries car, will be up to the 6th position. Then the number 11 of Tyler Leary, who's kind of had an off night, Matt.
And he's usually close to the top 5. The man to watch is Tom Fern. He got the restart that he wanted. Let's see if he can take advantage of it during the final 5 laps. The decibel level is about to increase as Green and Ray are getting ready to go to work.
Down into turn number 1, and Glenn Reed shakes him off. But the battle for second is a barn burner. And look out, here comes Gambacorta, making some noise, and Michael Bennett, he's come to life. And what about Paul Arute? They've got Tom Fern to pin to the outside. Here comes Gambacorta, hit for second as they come back to the stripe.
And that spot belongs to Gambacorta. This is what Kevin Gambacorta does. Comes alive in the final stage of the race. Bennett with a cannonball move to invade the top 3.
Michael Bennett, he's been saving something. The Alpine Tree Company cars run 1 and 3rd. Now Fern slips up the racetrack. Paul Arute sees some daylight. The Supreme Industries machine is supreme in a battle with Ray. That's the battle for the 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. And what a battle it is.
And Fern and Ray have not been as good after the restart as they were before it. Wood trying to go underneath Ray. Can't make it happen. Battle for second. Gambacorta is getting a challenge from Michael Bennett.
Bennett moves to the 3rd spot. He's all over Gambacorta as he makes his presence known. Back in the 4th and the 5th spot, Fern is up to 4th, and Paul Arute has put the Supreme Industries car into the top 5. But here's Ray with a bull move to the inside. White flag is out, 1 lap to go.
Ray is able to blockbuster his way back into the top 5. Down to the final lap. It's joyride time for Glenn Reed. Battle for second, but pulling away is Gambacorta. Here comes Glenn Reed, looking for his second career late model victory.
Off the turn, the Alpine Tree Company number 31. Glenn Reed has done it. 2 victories in the late model. Gambacorta will finish in second. Michael Bennett, the Magnum, will finish in 3rd.
Okay, Ben, thank you very much. Safety equipment still coming off of the Glenn Reed. And tell you what, Glenn Reed put on a show tonight. A late restart. He was able to conquer that and pick up a big win in our NASCAR late model main event. And number 31, Monte Carlo, absolutely rocking tonight. Glenn, congratulations. I know you didn't want to see that late caution, but you were able to fend off the challengers. Big win tonight.
Yeah, I did not want to see that caution at all. I got to thank Heavenly Father. This is awesome to be here in Victory Lane. This is awesome. RRC, these guys, unbelievable effort that they put into this thing every single week, week in and week out. And this thing likes old tires. I don't think we need to buy stickers anymore because this thing just goes unreal on old tires. So I got to thank all my sponsors, TA Engine, Awesome Power, Travis Roy Foundation, Wheelan Engineering, Life Care Family Chiropractic, Alpine Tree Service. I think I'm missing anybody. I think that's about it. Hoosier and all the fans for coming out. Got all my good friends here tonight. So we're 1 week late. I was hoping to win on my birthday, but I guess we'll just take this one. That's not going to be too bad.
Good run tonight, Glenn Reed. Go get him in the SKs a little bit later on. As we go to our 2nd place finisher, and a good run too for Kevin Gambacorta coming on late in this race. Where's Kevin at? Kevin Gambacorder, second place in the number 23 car, getting some congratulations from some fans. And Kevin, man, congratulations. Good run tonight in the 23 machine, coming out strong there at the end.
Yeah, we were, we got, I think, tight. We were running third. The caution kind of helped us, but my restarts were terrible. Just want to thank Rafferty Fine Grading, Life Care Family Chiropractic, Jay Stewart and Dave Miller from Auto Machine, and thank my wife. I always forget my wife, and everybody that comes helps me every week.
Good run. Number 23 car goes second spot in our late model main event. And how about this? Michael Bennett, man, top 3 tonight in the 16 car. You two are coming on strong at the end.
Yeah, we had a good car there. We got strung out. I messed up. I hit the wall by myself, not the toe out, trying to set Tommy up one time. But I want to give a quick shout out to all my guys. They worked their butts off. It's starting to show. My entire family, all of our wonderful sponsors, Bingo, and I want to give a shout out to Ben Dodge. He wasn't feeling well a few weeks ago. He wanted to be back here last week. He would have been. He's here tonight, so I'm glad you're feeling better, Ben.
All right, there he is, class act. Michael Bennett, he goes third place in tonight's NASCAR late model main event, back up to the tower.
Motorsports machine had a great run last time out. Bob Charland in car number 1.
And in car number 88, in the Wheelers Automotive machine, there is Marcello Rifano.
Barkowski Motorsports, car number 17, Manchester, Connecticut, Glenn Barkowski.
Occupying car number 2 in the ShopRite event field car, here's Joe Graff.
And then it's Mark Alkis, car number 89 from Berlin, Connecticut, Paul French, the 13 from Andover, Connecticut.
Andrew Ross in car number 72, Tony Santangelo in car number 19, and in the ride car is Kyle Sullivan.
We are under green, off the turn, Ted Kane runs at the point, but what a dogfight battle between Jeff Mooney with that number 79 car at the outside, challenging to the inside. Here comes Chris Matthews. He knows how to get the job done.
And Mooney might be getting a little friendly shove from Keith Caruso, and it is able to propel him into the lead. So Jeff Mooney, one of the rare times he has ever led an SK Light feature, and keeping him company, the combination of Ted Kane and Keith Caruso.
There's no question about it. Keith Caruso is hungry. He has won in pro stocks, but he's looking to be a big winner here tonight at Stafford. Keith Caruso, part of that legendary Caruso family, working magic in second, but look at Chris Matthews. High, wide, and handsome on the outside. Matthews moves into the third spot. He's not done yet. He's challenging for second.
And also moving up is Glenn Corner in car number 27. Remember, he led a great deal of that 40-lap feature 2 weeks ago. Also in the middle of the action is Corey DiMatteo, but second is a war. On the outside is Keith Caruso, and he is going to get the spot for Chris Matthews.
Corner now moves into the fourth spot. Kane is stuck on the bottom, and here comes Daniel Wesson. Wesson is on a shape off turn 4. Gathers it back, and now all of a sudden, Corey DiMatteo is a factor. Back to second, Mac. Side by side, bid for the runner-up spots.
Wesson looked like a belly dancer there. Coming off of turn number 4, was able to correct it. Here comes Matthews, trying to throw his weight around on the inside of the Caruso, and they are almost dead even crossing the line with the advantage going to the 06.
Yes, sir, it is a great battle going on right there at the point. Meanwhile, Wesson goes high, wide, and hands him to the outside. Wesson up to the 5 spot. Now here comes Corner. He moves down into Caruso. He slams the door. No room at the end this time.
As he couldn't squeeze underneath, that gives an advantage to Wesson in car number 92, as he is able to breeze by Corner, and so does Corey DiMatteo in the 6 car. Nobody has an answer for Jeff Noonan. What a dazzling performance for him for the first 7 laps.
Certainly is. He sets a blistering pace at the front of his field. Meanwhile, check out what's happening at the bottom of the top 10. Ted Kane just got bounced to the rear of the field, but George Nasura, the point leader, is now up to 8th, and Brett Gagne is now up to the 9th spot.
Daniel Wesson trying to get underneath Keith Caruso. They barrel their way off the corner. Here comes Wesson. The bullet doesn't have enough speed to get by Caruso on the inside, but he is not giving up.
He certainly is, and he's had a tough season this year as Daniel Wesson right there on the bottom. Caruso keeps digging in, and here comes Corey DiMatteo. He's not done yet. Very wide. Look at Brett Gagne go to the outside as Nasura picks up another spot, and Tucker is stuck right there in between them.
And Gagne started far back. He is in the main straight. Matthews trying to make a move against our leader Noonan. Here comes Matthews going for the lead.
Tucker spins off turn number 2.
Like many of our competitors do, he is one of the last of the guys who brings it in an open trail.
And Chris Matthews, he was a former frontrunner in this division here at Stafford. He's showing his muscle in the outside of row number 1. Keith Caruso, generation of the legendary Caruso family. He is running in 3rd. Daniel Wesson, who's had a roller coaster season, in the 4th spot. Corey DiMatteo, who started out like Superman at the beginning of the year, is 5th. Glenn Corner is in the 6th spot. George Nasura, the point leader, is 7th. And then Brett Gagne, who turned the fastest lap of the race, 19.814, a speed of 91 miles an hour.
Well, Matthews getting the jump in against Nooney.
He certainly does, and he has the slight advantage, but Nooney keeps digging in. Down the back straightaway, dogfight, wheel-to-wheel, side-by-side battle. They call them rub rails, and you're seeing the definition of it right now. A field of about 20 cars run nose to tail and side-by-side, and it's still Nooney, the leader of the pack.
They firecracker their way off the corner. Keith Caruso trying to hang in there in car number 06, but making a move to the outside of him, Daniel Wesson. And Wesson is trying to diesel his way into the top 3.
Keith Caruso keeps digging in and forcing Wesson to either go or show as he works his magic to that outside lane. Trouble now. All of a sudden, contending, we haven't even talked about Nasura, the point leader. He's now up to the top 6. He's going for 5. Keep your eyes on that Teddy Christopher-owned race car for Nasura that's making noise in the upper lane.
And he is able to rumba his way around the 06 of Caruso, and he has made the top 5. Battle for 3rd. Here comes DiMatteo down low, trying to find some elbow room against Wesson. Wesson turns up the heat against Chris Matthews.
And here comes Corey DiMatteo on the outside lane, working its pressure. Now all of a sudden, DiMatteo moves to the inside, down underneath Wesson as they work their magic as they head down the back straightaway. Side by side, still a battle for the 3rd spot. Here comes Nasura. He'll make his presence known. Off the turn. Trouble now. We've got one around down the back straightaway, but we are still under green. Up front, leader of the pack still remains Jeff Nooney. Meanwhile, Matthews gives it his all, still right there in 2nd. All of a sudden, DiMatteo has muscled his way around Wesson. Wesson isn't done yet. He goes to the outside. Nasura is there, and Brett the Jet is almost sideways off turn number 4. Marcello Raffano now moves into contend in the 7th spot. He starts to come to life, and David Arute. Lead change down the back straightaway. Inside, here comes Matthews. Bottom shot move. Here comes Corey DiMatteo. Old versus new. As they come to the stripe, Matthews takes over the lead. But Nasura isn't about to give up now. Vasura moves the 38 car. Red car to the inside, up to third. Meanwhile, here comes Corey DiMatteo. Down underneath Matthews. They rub rails as they come off turn number 4. A lead change. New leader becomes the number 6 machine, and that, of course, is Corey DiMatteo. 17 of 20. Still, the leader is still DiMatteo. Now looking at battle for the third spot. Look at Brett Duchette all over the back bumper of Wesson. Matthews, do or die time in the outside lane. Popsicle sticks are up. 2 laps to go. Bottom of turn number 2. Leader still remains Corey DiMatteo. Matthews slips up. Here comes Brett Gagne. Wesson moves to the podium, and here comes Marcello Rotrano, making some noise, now challenging Matthews. White flag is out. Final circuit. Final time to the bottom of turn number 1. Leader is still Corey DiMatteo, but it is the number 38 of George Nacera over in that as they hit to turn 3.
Nacera looking for room on the inside. He can't find it. Here comes DiMatteo.
To the strike they come, and it is Corey DiMatteo to take down the impressive.
Let's start up front. 3 crappy finishes. Had a little bit of an advantage over everyone with that, but I just try to keep my nose clean, let the guys battle it out, burn up their stuff, and then once we got single file, just try to pick them off. I really want to thank 38 for running me clean there in the last lap. I know we went head-to-head pretty hard last week, and I'm sure it was a good show for the fans. Just got a lot of people to thank. Got to thank my mother, my father, my brother for helping me in the shop. Keith for the great setup. Ali Cove Marina, DiMatteo Construction, Sign Pro for the great looking race car. Manafort Brothers, everyone who helps out and puts this thing together.
There's one tough driver right there, Corey DiMatteo. He goes to victory lane in your NASCAR SK Light Modified main event. Let's talk to our second place finisher, man, and what a run for George Nacera Jr. Georgie, man, the Camaro was coming on tough there at the end. A lot better finish than last time out.
Yeah, I don't really like what happened last week. None of that was intentional. But we had a great car. Congratulations to Corey again for his third win. This car is awesome. It's the car to beat. We're on 3-week-old tires, but I got to thank my whole crew. Steve, Tom, Jeff, Gary. I got to especially thank Michael Sullivan, Teddy Christen for this opportunity. Got to thank my sponsors, Rosito's Welding, Allied Waste, Waste Material. We got Jesse's Lawn Care, All State Fire Equipment. Thank all the fans for coming. It's a great night.
There he is, man. Good driver right there. Second place for George Nacera Jr. Let's talk to our third place finisher, the Bullet. Good run there, Daniel Wesson. I know you wanted to win tonight, man, but hey, podium run's not bad.
Yeah, no. We had a good car tonight. Everyone raced clean. It was a good night of racing. Just gotta thank all my sponsors. Sarek Fabrication, Smith's Auto Body, Trackside Motors, Monaco Ford, 140 Buzz, Patriot Coatings, Competitive Edge Coatings. The list goes on and on with the help that goes into this car. I really appreciate it from everyone.
There he is, man. Good run there for car number 92, third place tonight in the SK Light Modified main event. Back up to the tower, guys.
fire rigs and safety services. The lights go out, and the intensity is about to begin. This is the big dance, where one competitor will lead, and the rest will follow. And they will be following for 40 breathtaking laps. So we are ready to light the fuse on 40 laps worth of dynamite. Tom Eberle, his first full season at Stafford. He will be starting in the front alongside a former SK Light champion, Michael Jarvis Jr. We are ready to raise the curtain on 40 laps of fireworks. They head off turn number 4. Starter gives him the evil eye, stares him down, and we are green and racing. Tom Eberle, the Dunleavy-sponsored machine at the point. Arbitel Convenience Store. High rod and Henson on the outside. Michael Jarvis is not leading tonight, and he's going for the gusto at the front of the field. Jarvis has had some tough luck the last couple of races, but he said his crew got that car straightened out. And right now, he is threatening Eberle's grip on the lead. Mike Christopher Jr. in third, and right behind him is Stephen Kopchik. Kopchik's had another tough season here so far. He's hoping to change all of that. Meanwhile, Jarvis drops back into line. Gives a little swoop to the back bumper of the lead car, which is Tom Eberle Jr. Further back as we get just to the bottom of the top 5. That's when we got him doubled up at, as it is Dylan Izio, Dan Avery, Cam McDermott, and Glenn Reed. Yeah, McDermott trying to get underneath Avery, the yellow car on the inside of the black number 10. And as they stop their way off the corner, Avery holding his own in the horsepower Thong number 10 car. Doing a good job. Meanwhile, all of a sudden, Todd Owen gets up in the wheel. He starts to thread the needle through traffic just a bit. He's in a battle with Glenn Reed, and right there to the outside of Todd Owen, as they quest for the bottom of the top 10, is Keith Rocco. Now remember, the last time Glenn Reed won a late model feature, he also won the SK Modified race on the same night. But right now, he is in the upper third of the field, and Rocco was able to thunder by him on the outside. They come back off the turn. Meanwhile, 2 wide, maybe 3 wide almost in that third pack of cars. And right there is Ronnie Williams, the big winner the last time we were here in Stafford, along with Chase Dowling, who had a night he'd like to forget. But he is very, very strong, as Dowling has moved into the 14th position after starting further back in the field. And a good dive bomb move that time by Williams to get underneath Dowling, and we'll see if the car can stick. Mike Christopher Jr. doing a good job holding on to third, despite the persistence of Steve Kopchik. Izzo having one of his best Stafford runs, hanging in the top 5, and Cam McDermott very smooth on the inside. But Tom Eberle starts to pull away from Michael Jarvis Jr. Cam McDermott has been picking up his game every time out this season at Stafford. He's been a contender right out front. They really got some magic with that number 5 team. Here comes Keith Rocco, making his presence known. Trouble out further in the pack. The one car that steps on the line and literally got people. And believe it or not, that was Ronnie Williams' race car. Something happened there. Glenn Reed making a move as he is able to get on Todd Owen. So Reed is now in 11th place. Look at Cam McDermott. He moves down underneath Dylan Izio. And right there, another one of those Dunleavy cars, Keith Rocco sees a little clear light. While Kopchik works over Mike Christopher. Kopchik in turn 3. Michael Christopher shuts the door. No trouble out. Dylan Izio's car up in smoke. Turn number 4. There's Izzo, Simons, and Brendan Bach. There's Tyler Hines. And also the 0-0 of Tommy Membrino being serviced. Glenn Reed, however, had an 11th place car and was ready to invade the top 10 before he had to be sidetracked on the pit road. The star of the show so far has been Tom Eberle Jr. As Tom has been at this game for a while, but he's never really stayed in one place or one division for a long period of time. The first time we saw him, it was on the Valente Modified Series. He was there for a short time, then went to the Wheeler Modified Tour, was there for a short time, then went to the Waterford Speed Bowl. He was there for a short time. He was never a regular at any one track until really this year, when he has run the whole season
and that Keith Rocco owned number 32.
Now the number 24 car is back down on pit road. Cam McDermott, Keith Rocco, Dan Avery, Ted Christopher, Rowan Paddock, Todd Owen also starting to come to the front of the field.
It'll be interesting to watch Keith Rocco on this restart because Keith has been good enough to be a contender, but he hasn't been good enough yet to nail down a win.
You know, when you talk to some of these competitors in the pit area, they'll tell you, years back, there's about 8 good cars that could win on any given night. In 2017, there's 20 good cars that can win on any given night. And that's just the top 20. Back to green. Jervis. The Arvidsjaur convenience store car has a little more giddy up, but guess what?
False alarm.
Yep. Didn't like it. Too much aggression. They're getting warnings to the spotters from Race Central. Scott Tapley's up on the horn for sure, telling him he doesn't want to see that again. Here they come. Back up through the gears. That one looked like a good one, Matt.
And it was good for Jarvis, who's trying to take the lead on the outside.
Down the back straightaway by a wheel. Inside lane to its advantage. Tom Abley. Meanwhile, trouble out. Avery and Todd Owen get locked up together. And we've got a yellow that tagged and went around and got sideways. There's where it all started. Then he got locked together. And really just a chain reaction situation, man.
And Galco and Tommy Bowles had nowhere to go. And good job by Rowan Pennick.
Yep.
He was able to avoid the mayhem by going to the inside. So a very alert move by the Red Baron to prevent being part of that disarray in turn 4.
And that is due to the spotter, Brian Crowley, who is considered one of the best from the spotter stand. Let's see what's going to happen now as they head off turn number 4. We are back up through the gears, green and racing. And 6 cars run side by side, but guess what? Michael Jervis is out in front and pulling away. Avery is in trouble. 3 wide into turn 3. Nobody's giving an inch. 3 wide as they come off turn 4.
And who will survive? Avery survives, and so does Frank Christopher. And Cam McDermott drops back to 4th, where he is being challenged by Kopchik. Now moving up on the inside. Ted Christopher in car number 13.
Christopher makes his presence known, gives a little tap to the back bumper of McDermott. Kopchik is still there. Keith Rocco's to the outside. Then right behind him is Chase Dowling, and it is Rowan Pennick running side by side. That's the battle for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Rocco able to get underneath Steve Kopchik. So he has climbed into the top 5, and Christopher is trying to follow him there as they zipline their way down the front straightaway. Ably trying to make a move on Jarvis.
Trying everything, can't quite do it in turn number 2. But we'll see what happens down into turn number 3. But Michael Jarvis is still the leader.
He's underneath McDermott.
Ted Christopher moves into the 4th spot. The Black Mystique Magic is back on Christopher's car as he's now up to position number 4.
Check out the Red Baron, that car number 99. He is able to submarine his way underneath Kopchik, and he is taking Chase Dowling with him.
Dowling follows him through as the next target that Rowan Pennick comes up on is going to be Keith Rocco. Rocco goes to the outside of McDermott. McDermott guards the spot, back up front, quickly turn 3.
And here's Ted Christopher. Tasmanian Devils his way under his nephew, Michael. So Ted Christopher gets the best of that battle. Now Avery trying to get the best of Jarvis.
No question about it, Ted Christopher is a man with a mission here tonight. Up on the podium, takes a sneak peek to the outside, thinks twice of it, applying the pressure to Tom Avery Jr. They come off the turn, Jervis is still the leader, but Avery sees the opportunity.
Avery has an opening. Let's see if he is quick enough to take advantage of it. But he has other things to worry about because climbing up on the outside, Ted Christopher, car number 13, looking for his 2nd win of the season.
And while that's happening, all of a sudden McDermott gets crossed up just a bit, sends off a ripple effect, and now Chase Dowling is trying everything to get around the Keith Rocco car. Back up front. Christopher moving in. Michael Christopher. As they work their magic, Michael Jervis still the leader, but here's Tom Abley trying in turn one. The top four could fit in an ice cube. Trying to give Jarvis a cold shoulder. Tom Abley. And he is able to rock it to the lead, and look who moves into second. Hey, Christopher. Christopher isn't done yet. He brings his nephew to the front of the class as well, as Jervis gets stuck in the outside lane, and all of a sudden Michael Christopher's up to the podium. Here comes Uncle Ted, all over Abley, as they make some noise in turn three. Christopher close enough to do chin-ups on the spoiler of the Abley car. Jarvis is a little bump to the 82 of Christopher. McDermott running fifth. Keith Rocco still maintains his sixth place position. And here comes Chase Dowling underneath him. Dowling trying everything. Here's Christopher. Outside move. Turn number three. Going. Will it be gone? As they come back to the line, 21 laps in the record books. Ted Christopher becomes the third leader of the event. 21 and counting. Meanwhile, trouble down in turn one. We have a car up against the railing. Looks like the Todd Owen machine. It is car number 81. Get you notice and ticketed by law enforcement. Drive sober, buckle up, slow down. We want you to arrive alive. Lights are off on the safety vehicle at the point. The movers and shakers to keep your eyes on is, I believe, Chase Dowling and Rowan Panic, Keith Rocco, McDermott. They've been saving a little something. Ted Christopher turned the fastest lap of the race, 19.206, a speed in excess of 94 miles an hour. Christopher started in the 12th position, and the 99 started in the 11th position. So you can see the forward march, and the 50 started in the 14th position. Back up through the gears, Matt, and Ted Christopher, showing why he is a master here at Stafford. But Tom Abley is digging in hard in the outside lane. And here is Christopher answering back with his nephew behind him. And Christopher, he is able to canagle his way off the corner. He will have the lead on lap number 23. They almost touched. Abley almost steered the back end of Christopher's race car, but Christopher held on and still maintained the lead. Michael Christopher up to the third spot. Then they've got four cars side by side, all jammed together. McDermott is on the inside, Jervis is on the outside, and the row behind him is Dowling and Keith Rocco. And Cam McDermott continues to stick his nose in there. He is running fourth. Jervis trying to do something about that as he moves on the outside, and Chase Dowling, he is a pretty stable character for the final laps of a race as he is maintaining his sixth place position. Chase Dowling is coming forward very cautiously, but very smartly. Trouble out. Thompson spins all by himself, sets off a chain reaction, and Josh Wood is involved in the jingle, and there was one additional car that comes to a halt. This game for 30 years, starting in 1986, and he still drives in the same aggressive fashion as he did when he started. You know, Ted Christopher is one of those people, if you look at him, he's ageless. You would never know that he is in the age bracket or group that he is, and I'm not going to give that away on him, but let's see what's going to happen as we're about ready to fire them back up. It's not over with yet. 16 circuits and counting. And a good getaway by Ted Christopher as he got the jump on Abley. Abley trying to get his edge back. Mike Christopher in third, but here is Abley looking for room on the inside of Christopher, and Mike Christopher is able to get underneath him. He does, and right here is Chase Dowling making a three-car bid for the runner-up spot. Keith Rocco moves in. He's among the top five cars. Michael Christopher, it's do or die time, but Abley has a little more giddy up off the turn, and now all of a sudden we couldn't count out before Keith Rocco, but Chase Dowling, just as predicted, has moved into third, and Glenn Reed has also become a factor after being down at pit road. Now the one thing to remember about Chase Dowling, that car is better on long green flag runs. So the longer this lead stays green, the more advantageous it is for Chase Dowling. They come back off turn number 4. And now, DJ Burnham has picked up a spot. He's now moved into the top 7. McDermott back to 8th, and Brendan Bach, who started scratch, is up among the top 9 cars.
And he is trying to get underneath Cam McDermott to pick up another position. McDermott going sideways. Can he save it? Yes, he does.
Car spins to the bottom of the racetrack in turn 3 and 4.
But that was a scary moment for Cam McDermott, but he was able to keep things under control.
Caution is out. This one is for a car that is stranded to the inside of turn number 4. Able to get out Glenn Ream. Todd Owen on the previous caution was up in turn number 1. Had to go to the rear of the field. And he's now back to the 9th spot.
So he's living up to his nickname.
Yes, he is.
Very tenacious tonight.
Okay, the lights are off. Get ready. Another guy that's kind of went under the radar is Tony Membrino Jr. in the Hubble hot dog car.
And that was on pit road for a while.
Yes, it was. He's up to the 11th spot.
So a lot of cars have had one tire in the cemetery, and they've been able to make it back out and do some damage.
And all of a sudden, another guy we got to mention is DJ Burnham. We haven't talked about him at all this season.
I think he came from the Witness Protection Program. But being able to protect his lead is Ted Christopher, as he is able to razzle-dazzle Abeley on the front. But Abeley moving quickly on the backstretch, and here's Chase Dowling trying to outgun.
Chase Dowling makes his presence known. Bottom of the racetrack, up to 2nd. And who's the tail that wags it down there? Keith Rocco, car number 88. The rental car is just in front of him. And now, down the back straightaway, Todd Owen has moved into the 8th spot. And here comes Roland Pettit. Take all the light. 20 to go.
Shirt sleeves of Cam McDermott, as Pettit now is in 9th place. In the spotlight is Christopher. We have the battle of DJ Burnham trying to hold off Todd Owen. Who would have thought that Burnham and Owen would be running 6 and 7?
And Keith Rocco trying to pass his own and get to the front of this class really quickly. While Chase Dowling is wheeling in on Christopher. Last circuit tie, Dowling at a 3.62, Christopher at 3.93. What that simply means is Dowling is a bit quicker.
Now you think Rocco has inside information on the strengths and weaknesses of that 32 car. Maybe it was in turn number 2 where there was a weakness because Rocco almost was able to beat the car underneath the 32 and he was knocking out.
Chase Dowling takes over the lead with an inside move. Chase Dowling puts the Scavora S&S paving car to the front of the class. Christopher isn't done yet. Now a little further back, here comes Roland Pettit.
Christopher can't keep it. Somebody buckle down his car. Dowling trips up the racetrack, but is able to hold on Keith Rocco to keep the lead.
Christopher has to settle back to 3rd. Rocco is in striking distance. 6 seconds remaining. Will they come back to the strike? The high 5. Keith Rocco gets a little tap from Ted Christopher. They come back to the line. Now Christopher. Bonsai move to the bottom of turn 2. Ted Christopher back up to 2nd. But will Rocco take it in deeper in turn 3?
As Christopher is able to short off Rocco for the time being, he gets slapped in the back bumper. Is able to keep going. He has 4 laps in which to track down Chase Dowling.
The clock is ticking. Time is running out. 2 miles left in the competition here. Chase Dowling.
Christopher again.
Ted Christopher back in command.
But here comes Dowling attacking on the outside. They go into turn number 1 together. Here comes Dowling. Gets a great run off turn number 2. Let's see what he does as they go into the 3rd corner. Trying for a rim shot.
Dowling pulls it back into formation.
Sees the door open. Chase Dowling moves to the inside. Right now, right Chase Dowling at the front of the class. Dowling's Christopher sure to try to get his groove back. Going into turn number 2 hard. Remember, turn number 3 is where he does his magic. Here comes Christopher. Right on cue.
Christopher takes back the lead. Dowling on the outside. White flag is out. The fans are standing up and number 2. What will Darling do? Looking for one on the inside. Now he has to go over Rocco. Rocco is taking it over to the outside. Christopher has 91. Off turn number 4. Ted Christopher. The magic is back. Ted Christopher will win the S game out of 5. Chase Dowling will finish in second. Keith Rocco will finish in third. Tom Avery for Speedway for your entertainment tonight. Ready to conquer the track that Jack LaRoute really put on the map so many years ago. The great track owner here at the Speedway. And what a nice field, a nice turnout of race cars. If this doesn't get the hair standing up on the back of your neck, I don't know what would at Butler.
As the hearts are beating quickly right now, and they're about to beat even faster as they come around turn number 2, getting ready for action. Subplot, Mark Samet, rear of the field. Can he make it up to the front? We're about to find out. Let's go to the voice of ISMA, John Spence.
Thank you, Matt Buckler. Rich Cater turns the field loose, double green on this field of 22. Super Model 5 rocketing down in the turns 1 and 2. Out of the turn down the back straightaway, it'll be 10 sights in the number 37.
As he is able to razzle ride with his way off the corner, battle for second, and the outside lane is very quick behind Mike Ordway Jr., who is able to propel his way into second.
Look at that battle out of that number 2 turn. Ordway Jr. is moving to the number 2 position and has done so. But the move on the back straightaway was car number 97, and that is Timmy Jedrzak, the Ohio driver, driving for Howie Lane, and that car right now running in the 3rd position. Wing-to-wing battle out of turn number 2, and there's a good one going into turn number 3.
And it is no Wilgie holding on to that number 4 spot. Side-by-side confrontation for Beth, and winning that battle is Dave Schulich in car number 95. He is roared up to the top 5.
Car number 22, Mike McBetta, the NASA engineer, trying to gain a spot here as he's getting pressure now from John McKennedy off the number 4 turn. McKennedy pulls right up behind the number 22 out here on the front straightaway. Might have something brewing between those two. On the back straightaway out of turn number 2. We're going to rocket ship going into turn number 3 and putting pressure on the 4th foot. Here's the battle off the number 4 corner. And the number 96, Otto Siddeley, is going to roll into the number 4 position. Siddeley got the move that he needed, and he was able to strike like a cobra into the lane in top 4. All by his lonesome at the foot of the field is Ben Spence. As he is leading by about a length of the living room couch over the man in second, Mike Ordway Jr., and then in third, the 97 of Tim Jedrzak. The last time he was here, Jedrzak was able to get a top 3 finish, and he is in 3rd place right now. All right, let's set it up for the fans. Ben Seitz is your leader. Mike Ordway is second. Timmy Chase third. Otto Siddeley is in 4th. Mo Wilgie is running in the 5th position. Mike McBetta 6th. John McKennedy is 7th. Dave Schulich is running 8th. Ted Stevens is right now Sights. Picking up the ride in the lot number 37 this year is Jeff Locke, a step to the side to concentrate on the very young racing careers of his children. Racing in the cars of Manchester and around the England as Ben moves from the midgets to becoming a successful super-modified driver in his own right. Right now, he's got himself a pretty fast race car. Here's how fast it is. 132 miles an hour. Trouble for Timmons. He was off the pace in car number 27. He is trying to get back up to speed. We had a real battle between the 84 Licky and the 19 Stevens. And right now, Licky has turned it into a one-sided confrontation as he is pulled away. Yellow out for the first time. Car in distress. That's Dave McKnight between turns 1 and 2.
The Brampton, Ontario veteran driver pulls down the caution flag.
The point leader in distress.
He certainly is.
Nice job to keep it back there. And Jefferson has a lot of confidence coming to Stafford. Has some elbow rump coming off turn number 4, but Ordway was able to put his foot down, running in the number 4 spot, continuing to impress as Sitterly and McGuire is able to pull away from the Kennedy for the time being.
Kennedy closes up on him, heading into turn number 3. The best races for second and third, those two competitors. And McKennedy and McVetta, they bear watching as they go through the first and second turn.
Rob Summers' night appears to be over as he is on the infield.
Definitely got some problems with the number 5 car. He's out of the competition now.
So out of commission is Rob Summers in car number 5. And now they're sight for the middle. So Ben Seitz is on his own to try to figure out a way to get by the slower traffic.
second time. 16 laps to go.
Second, not a contender tonight. Chris Burley, not a contender. Mike McVetter's been solid, mid-back. Dave Schulich Jr., the typical shoot-two show here tonight. John McKennedy, 6th. Timmy J, 7th coming in. Dan Bowes, Ben Seitz, 9th in the points coming into the show. Having a great run here this evening. All right. Rich Keeter is going to throw the green flag, and back to racing we go.
And now his road wave comes back to life, trying to move up to a position against McVetter. And McVetter is able to hold his ground.
Ben Seitz has got clean speedway ahead of him here, completing lap number 44. Off the turn, the ultra-powered super modifieds, fastest race cars in America. Short track style here tonight, visiting the Stafford Motor Speedway, making a return first time since 2013. And we have seen some very competitive racing and a nice turnout of super modifieds visiting the half mile here tonight.
McKennedy was able to get by the lap car of Jamie Timmons, and now Lindsay is able to do the same thing. And Burley is in distress. The wings come loose for Burley's car.
Tough break for the Riley Rocket, the all-time winner in ISMA.
He started off with a great car and is left with a wing and a prayer.
As he creeps his way down the pit road and ready to pull into his stall down there, and his folks are standing by his crew, ready to assist the driver of car number 11. Not the kind of night that Burley wanted here. Coming back to the Stafford Motor Speedway, where he has seen success going back as far back as 2006, winning in 2008, 2009, and 2011.
As he said before the race, he was still trying to figure out that new car. So he is going to have to go back to the drawing board after this one. It is good perfection for the first 49 laps for Ben Seitz. But refusing to give up is Jefferson. And one of the feel-good stories of the race comes in the cockpit of the 96 car. That's where Otto Sitterly is hanging out. And it's McKennedy and Ricky down to the final 10.
10 laps to go in the 60-lap affair here at Stafford. 10 laps to go. The 78 car is back on pit road. A tough night for that operation as Seitz continues to stretch it out here for the third and fourth turn.
But he has to worry about the slower traffic. It's Governor Joe passing in front of him. And Seitz smooth move to the bottom. It's like he had red velvet for tires.
Cincinnati still running third. John McKennedy's fourth. Mike Lichty fifth. Dave Schulich is sixth. Betta is seventh. Dan Bowes is running in the 8th position. Roy Jr. has faded back to ninth. And Mike Muldoon, the veteran, is running in the 10th position.
This has to be one of the great moments of Ben Seitz's career as he is able to jackknife his way around the corner down to 7 laps to go. Now there was a time at Waterford. Ben Seitz had a comfortable lead on the last lap, hit the wall, lost the race. He is hoping no misfortune comes to him tonight.
He's trying to keep it all together to score his 7th. Looking for number 7.
And he continues to try to expand the lead against Jefferson. And ever since that caution came out on lap number 43, Ben Seitz has been the master.
And Rich Keeler tells the field 5 more laps to go. 5 more trips around the half mile for the ISMA Super Modifieds. Still Timmy J running in second spot. Otto Sitterly holding solid on the third. And then here comes the number 21, John McKennedy.
And the good news for Ben Seitz, John, there is no slower traffic on his radar screen. So he doesn't have to worry about that for the final 3 laps, but he does have to worry about Tim Jefferson.
And the question is, did Timmy J pedal fast enough to the back end of that 37 to contest for a win? One would say no. As we get closer and closer to the finish, there's going to be 2 laps to go. Don't say no just yet. Timmy J is on it down the straightaway. Sitterly follows in the 3rd place position. Next time by, and it'll be 1 more lap to go for car number 37. The new team, Ben Seitz, takes over the driving chores for Jeff Rock and driving for his dad, Kenny Rock, as they are on their way right now over the circuit as they come up on a slower car on the back straightaway. And Ben Seitz is wow, look at this going into the corner. Timmy J's right there. About to knock on the door. The door's going to close. And Seitz is going on it. Wow, what a finish coming down to the checkered flag and double checkers presented by Rich Peter. Wow, was that center? But in a moment, we'll be sending it down to your host at Napa Victory Lane, John Gates.
Okay, Ben Seitz coming out of the number 37 Super Modified. What a race for Ben Seitz. Picks up a big win here at Stafford Motor Speedway. 60 laps later, your feature winner, Ben Seitz. Ben, the 37 car was absolutely a rocket ship tonight.
Yeah, the car was good. We started up front, so it's tough when you lead all 60, but didn't know who was behind us. Car's flawless. I need to thank Brian Allegresso, the whole crew, mostly the Locke family for putting me in this year. The car's been really good all season, so looking forward to things to come.
Ben, how do you like this Stafford half mile?
Well, I came here when I was 16, so that's a while ago, and I've always loved this place. I used to run a legend car inside this little track here, and that's where I started when I was 16, so this place has always been special to me.
Well, the 37's a good-looking ride, man. How about some of them sponsors?
Lock Crane, my sponsors, Sam LaRusso, he's helping us out a little bit. Can't thank them all enough. Without them, this wouldn't be here. I'm pumped. My family's here. This is a good win tonight.
All right, there he is, man. A good driver, Ben Seitz. He goes to victory lane here at Stafford Motor Speedway in our ISMA Super Modified main event. Let's talk to our second place finisher, if we can find him. It's the number 97 machine. And a good run for the number 97, Timmy J. Man, I tell you what, coming on strong there, especially that last lap, that was getting kind of crazy. The 97 was quick tonight.
Yeah, that's the first time we've run that car, and, I'm pretty pleased with it, so I think we're going to be running it a lot more in the future. But, we had something early for the 37 in traffic. I think I showed him a wheel, and that probably inspired him to drive a little deeper and a little harder, and he got away from us a little bit. And then I thought maybe that caution with 13 to go or 12 to go, whatever it was. I thought I'd maybe creep up on him again, but we got real tight, and I had to search around for a different line, which seemed to come on with 5 or 6 to go, and I cut back up a little bit. Lap traffic slowed him down a little bit on their last lap, and, we drag raced to the start and finish line. But, congratulations to that crew. Ben and the crew, they are first-class people, and, I'd like to be there, but I'm glad that they're there representing ISMA tonight.
Tim, you got a lot of good sponsors on number 97. Who are some of those guys?
First of all, Howie Lane and Debbie Lane and the entire crew that puts all the effort into build this car, and I get the fun job of driving it. But Dr. Mom's School is Cool, Essex Seafood, Enerco, Mr. Heater, and all their brands of product, and just everybody else that helps on this team, Harrington Trucking and Reader Electric.
All right, there he is, man. Good run and a good driver right there. Second place, Timmy J. Let's talk to our third place finisher, Otto Sitterly. Otto, man, good run tonight. Third place, can't be too unhappy with that. Veteran driver and a veteran run.
Yeah, third's pretty good for us. Coming up, we've got a great car, and got to thank Jim Bodner and DJ Schulich and all their guys for doing the deal with us. But these guys are tough. They run with a wing every week, and we do it a few times here and there. It'd be fun to do it week in and week out and be able to challenge for a win. But never know, maybe someday.
Now, how much different is it running Oswego no wings and here wings?
Well, the wing is one thing, it's a lot faster, but just going to different venues all the time would be really challenging. So, that's how we're able to run like we can, is to be with Schulich and Bodner, and, they obviously have really good equipment.
Otto, how about some sponsors?
Well, I got to thank John Nicotra for all his help, and Jim Bodner, all the bean farmers down in Florida. We got a lot of support. G&I Homes, there's a bunch of different ones, Rosselli Northern. Without all those guys, of course, you couldn't race.
All right, there he is, third place, man. Good run for Otto Sitterly. I'll tell you what, that was quite the race, and they put on a good show here for the Stafford crowd.